folks. I hope to have a career as long as she has. She is a legend, and she's still doing it for herself. We're talking to Toni Basil next.
You are tuned in to Black Hollywood Lives. Breaking into.
They're going to hear it. I love it. I used to love this song. This song is so good.
Disco.
I love disco. It has never died. That's
pop
right.
Disco.
Pop disco.
With a disco
yeah,
feel.
It is. It's just your voice. It's just everything is just so good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Breaking Into here on Black Hollywood Live. It's my 50th episode.
Wow.
Of course. It's time to bring somebody big in here. Of course, my 50th episode. I mean, come on, folks. Let me just read a piece of who she is. She's a multi-award winning. She has an Emmy. I saw that you have an Emmy, of course. Award-winning performer, choreographer, director, producer, actor, filmmaker. I mean, oh my God, dancer. Let's not forget that, dancer. She helped create a style of dance. Not many people can actually say that. Also, she's a member of the legendary street group, The Lockers, who I love. We've had Shabadoo on here several times.
Yes.
Yeah, several times in there. She continues to direct, choreograph movies, concerts, videos. She's worked with Tina Turner, David Bowie, just to name just a couple of people, Bette Midler. She also had musical success with huge songs like Shopping from A to Z, Over My Head, which she just played, and of course, the gigantic, worldwide, still stands up today, Mickey, which all my sisters who were cheerleaders at the time just loved that video because of the video. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor and pleasure, really, to have this guest, Miss Toni Basil.
Thank you, James.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I am really excited to be here.
I'm happy to have you here. Thank you. You literally have a career. We're going to try to fit it in, in this next hour. We're going to try to fit it in, but she has a career that's so diverse that it's amazing.
Thank you.
It's really amazing.
Thank you.
Over My Head, one of the songs. I love that song.
Oh, I had a great time recording it. That was my second album.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I recall
yes.
that I had these huge hits with the video Mickey,
yes.
Shopping A to Z,
yes.
and then the record company decided that possibly I shouldn't direct and concept my videos, which...
What?
That's what I had been doing.
Yeah, and had success with it too.
Yes, and it really took a wonderful director. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
But I gave Chrysalis my storyboard for Over My Head.
Okay.
And they couldn't make heads or tails of it because it didn't copy something they had seen before. So they sent it to a director who had been doing a lot of stuff for Pat Benatar over at Chrysalis, and he said, "This is brilliant. Let her do it."
Yeah.
And I was lucky they let me do it.
Wow.
I mean, you have no idea. Tim Burton is a friend of mine.
Oh,
and
yes,
he said when he was doing Edward Scissorhand, he could do anything he wanted because they just thought he was crazy. They let him go. They weren't really spending a lot of money on
back
it.
then, no, yes.
And the moment he had success, he had the money guys breathing down his throat, questioning everything he was doing. And of course, he's an innovative guy.
Yes,
so he'd come up with things that they had never seen before. And when the guys up in those offices come across something that they've never seen before, they can't put it in a category. They panic.
They do.
They panic.
Right.
And so, you're left fighting with the big guys, which you don't want to be doing.
No, not at all, no.
And then you have to make compromises. And I mean, now he's up and running, but he really had a time right after the big.
Well, did you agree with me that Hollywood, or just the machine, the music, whatever it is, the color is money, and that the green is the color, isn't it?
Well, you can't blame them, can you?
No.
And the thing is the guy will not get fired if he says no to a project. If he says yes to a project and it goes down the drain, that's when he gets fired. So that guy is really worried about the yeses.
Interesting.
And so they choose things that they've seen before.
Oh my God. That's interesting. That's an interesting take on that.
Wow. I've lived it.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
I've lived it, and my friends have lived it too.
Yeah, you've seen it.
Yeah.
So, okay, before we begin her illustrious career, we're going to start with what brought her into the public eye recently. And actually, I think I heard your name No, excuse me. I heard your age more than your name 100 times that day. We're going to show a piece of that video. You can look right over there. We're going to show a piece of that video. It's getting attention.
Now I started out with a little James Brown and a couple of spins. I had never heard that song yet.
Oh, you have? Oh.
No.
You move right to it.
But I look like I'm dancing in my pajamas. I must say. I was just at a class.
And they asked you to do something?
Yes.
I like that move right there. I like that. So you
That's called the Luski.
I like that.
And that's
I like that move too.
That's from LA. Well, the Luski's from LA Trendy Dance. What the other stuff that what you said you liked?
Yeah.
That was my Petit Allegro from ballet class, hidden into funk.
She is a ballet dancer too, so yes. But look, you have such sass and fun. You're working to the song. It's as I say, you didn't hear the song before, and like you're working right to it. You're playing to the song and the crowd, and you have personality in there, which is very much the lockers have personality.
Oh baby.
We're gonna talk about that a little later, but yeah, look at you. I love that. So, folks, this video, you can find it everywhere. And so I want to ask you, first of all, belated happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
yes,
a few weeks ago.
They were saying I was 72,
Yes.
and then I turned 73. I tell you, when Babson, B-A-B-S-O-N,
Okay.
Baba, B-A-B-A, Sty, you can go to his Facebook, go look at him dance.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh, amazing.
He is a famous French house dancer, which is a style of hip-hop.
Yeah, it is.
Very famous, and he came into LA to teach a class from Paris.
Okay.
So I rushed over to take the class.
Yeah.
So it was in the back because house is not my specialty.
Okay.
As we know, locking is my specialty.
Yeah, yes, that is your specialty.
And
Yes.
but I love house. I love the music.
So do I.
I
Oh
love
my
what's
God.
happening with it.
Yes.
So after class, he said, "I'd like to say that Toni Basil's in my class," and I thought, oh, I didn't even know he recognized me.
Oh, we all know you.
Well, he said, "I'm so honored to have you in class, and I followed your career and the lockers, and this and that and that and this, and would you do me the honor of dancing for me?" Okay.
Okay.
My girlfriend who set up the workshop,
Yes.
Christina Benedetti, she looked at me like, "You better dance." So
You did.
he said, "Play something for Toni," to the DJ.
Oh, wow.
And I was off and running. Now, my improvisational skills
Yes.
has my ear has developed because I've lost my leaps. I don't do knee slides anymore. So where else am I going to go?
Yeah.
But Petit Allegro, what they call in ballet,
Yeah.
and meshing styles,
Yeah.
because I have a history of decades of
Yes,
style
you do.
in
Yes,
my
you
body.
do. Yes.
And so you develop your ear, and all these street dance, these international street dance competitions that I judge now,
Yeah.
the guys get out, they battle each other, and they have no idea what song is going to play.
Wow.
So you judge them also on their ear and how fast they are.
Okay, yeah.
So you develop, as a judge, you develop that because it's become, it started in Asia, that it
Okay.
was traditional that the judges must do a judge's demo before they judge the final battle to
What?
prove they are worthy.
Oh my God.
So that is now all international. We do it
Okay.
everywhere.
Okay.
So I'm in my little dance studio
Yeah.
every
yeah,
day,
yeah.
keeping up, keeping,
Yeah.
my dance skills up, toning my ear.
Yeah.
Just in case, sometimes we get to pick a song,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes all the judges dance to the same song. You don't know
Yeah.
what's going to go on. So I'm back in the dance studio.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Trying to keep my legacy happening.
Yes, keep it going.
But it's been
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
And that's the result of it.
That's so crazy.
It's
But,
just-
but isn't it funny that just a piece of video can go out and suddenly you're in the public eye? I mean, a huge public eye all again, because you're still out there, you're still working everything, but it's like all of a sudden now you're viral.
I'm viral. And of course, I've laughed, ha ha ha, at those viral videos.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden,
You're
oh
one
my
of them.
God, I'm one of them.
Now I want to ask you a question, because actually let's show one more clip, And then we're going to talk about a subject that I think is very interesting. This is from 2012, so only a few years ago. Let's show a piece of this.
What is this?
See if you recognize it. You're so good at this, too.
Oh, that was my little red hat. Oh,
At least you're so good at this. I love how you guys talk to each other when you're dancing. You're like, yeah, do it, do it. I love it.
well, isn't that what locking was all
Yep,
about?
yep.
Communication?
Communication, yeah.
You know, that outfit looked okay.
It looks great on you. It's a good
Yeah, it
outfit,
looked
yeah.
cute. All right. All right, you go, girl.
Yeah, you're working it. I like that. I love that. I love that. I love that. That's old school. That's right. You have such personality when you dance. That's what I love about this.
Well, I was on stage with 6
Yes.
of the most charismatic
Yes.
dancers ever in
Yes.
street dance.
Yes. So I want to show that you guys. So you find it online too.
What year was that?
That was 2012.
That was KOD. That was for the Keep on Dancing Beijing China event, which this year they brought the finals to America.
Oh, okay.
And I got to be one of the 4 live streaming voices.
Oh, good. Okay,
for,
good.
For the event. It was
Yeah.
a 3-day event
Yeah.
starting at Staples. The Avalon closing night
Oh, okay.
was the Honda Center, and Busta Rhymes opened up.
I love him.
And you know what? These street dance competitions are the best. Well, they're the best kept secret in pop culture.
Funny,
Because
okay.
people, there's competitions all over the world.
Yeah.
Competitions like Juste Boot, like KOD, like all. Juste Boot, which is the French one,
Okay.
for the final, 14,000 in the audience.
Wow. That's a crowd.
That's a crowd.
Yeah.
8,000. You
That's
know,
good.
never have I judged anything for that didn't have
Like
a couple
100.
of thousand.
You're right, you're
that
right.
had a couple of thousand.
Yeah.
I mean, there's local things that we do
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time here.
yeah.
You know, the Japanese lockers. I was talking to them when they were in for KOD,
Yeah.
which was just a couple of months ago. They said they do at least 50 battles a year.
Oh my God.
But that's how this group of the new group of street dancers earn a living.
Oh yeah. That's
Is
true, yeah.
with their battles, they become stars.
Yeah, that's
they
true.
win a lot of money.
Yeah.
If they win, if they lose, they've wasted a plane fare, a hotel. bill.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they teach workshops, and then they go
Oh,
all
right.
around the world and teach workshops.
Yeah.
This is the new street dancer. Whereas in America, and then in our time period, you know, the guys dance behind the rappers in videos,
Yes,
or
yes.
here in America, you try to get on an Usher tour, or
Yeah.
Justin Bieber
Yeah,
tour, or
yeah.
Chris Brown tour.
Right.
You know, or
Right.
if you're a girl, you want to do Beyonce.
Yes.
In Europe, you don't have that. Madonna is probably one of the few people that really hire the international dancers.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And she also showcases dancers too. In her show, she'll
She
show.
loves dance.
She loves dance.
She can dance.
Yes.
And she's another woman
Yeah.
still dancing.
Okay. Okay, we'll talk that. Okay, that's what I want to
Okay.
talk about. Correct me if I am wrong, or correct me or agree with me if I'm correct. I feel like in dance, because I have friends who do Brazilian dance, African dance. I've seen people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s still doing the moves. We talk about Tina Turner, who you worked with on some of her last tours, and she was in her 60s. Bette Midler doing her mermaid in this wheelchair.
18 wheelchairs
Yes.
I choreographed.
Yes. Now
yes.
tell me if I'm wrong. For some reason, if you, barring any major illness or injury, you could dance well into your 80s, right? You could dance into your 70s.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you something. The people you're talking about, which embody street, because God only knows Tina Turner was one of the first with James Brown, where an audience went, what are they doing?
Yes.
And you wanted to see them dance as much as you wanted to hear them sing.
That's very true.
And you see, the essence of all of that is funk and personality. So in ballet, in contemporary dance, once you lose your leaps and your knee slides, you're in trouble.
Okay.
But in street, it's about your funk.
Yeah.
It's about your ear. It's about your groove. And that you can get better at.
Ooh, yes. Makes sense. Yes.
Because Tina Turner, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She dances just as good. The last tour I choreographed for her, which was 2009.
Yeah.
Just as good as the first tour I choreographed for her, which was her first tour after she left Ike.
In the 70s, like in the late 70s, I guess. Yeah.
And sings better.
Yeah.
Bet sings better.
Oh, yeah, I think so, too. I agree. I saw her. That's right.
Bowie always sang
Yeah, he was saying good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
You know.
Because I just feel like it's like people they were saying your age so much. It was like, I was going to say 72, so I'm thinking, well, I mean, it's nice to see that. It's a great example that you don't have to stop dancing at 30. But it's like, I feel like dancers can do that for a long time.
And I think the street dance community, they know I dance. They know I've danced straight through. The key is not to stop.
Oh, right, okay,
You can't stop. You cannot stop. I don't think Michael Jordan could jump back onto the basketball court now.
Right.
But he'd still be good. He could he could look hot.
Yeah.
He could look hot.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, I think for an audience who knows me as Mickey, and in that time period, you couldn't Google an age.
No, you couldn't. Not at
I
all.
wouldn't have gotten a record deal
Right.
if they would have known I was 38 when I signed. You
Right.
can't get a record deal.
That
at
was like
38
Cyndi Lauper
years
was
old.
30 when she did Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. They didn't know she was 30 years old.
Exactly. So I'm running around in that cheerleader outfit. By the time
Which was your cheerleading out from high school,
was
right?
my cheerleading
That's
outfit
right,
from
kids.
Las Vegas High.
That's right.
And they assumed I was in my 20s.
Interesting.
So I think it was a little shocking. How did she jump from when I was really, 39,
yeah.
going on 40 when I was at Top of the Pops?
That's a really interesting because you don't look at all, whatever that means. But that's amazing, actually.
Yeah, so I think it was a bit of a shock. But to an outside audience, probably that kind of dance at a person 72 is a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah. So it didn't bother you, the age thing. Just like that's kind of like
Well,
okay.
when Batson first put out the video, I saw my age. And I saw the video, and I saw that outfit I was wearing, because I was just in rehearsal clothes. And I thought, oh my God, I look like I'm dancing in my pajamas. So I didn't share it, because I thought, what does this look like? What are people gonna, what does this look like?
And no one cared about that stuff.
And then, when it got to 600,000, BuzzFeed called.
Oh, they did? Okay. Ooh, what did they say?
Yeah, and they said, we'd like to do an article on you. We think this is going to hit 1 million.
Oh, my God.
And I thought, if you do an article on me,
It will hit 1 million. It's BuzzFeed. Hello.
So they did, and it did. Within 3 days of them putting an article out.
I know. It's just amazing.
So it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been fun for you then.
And
Good.
it's been a surprise.
Yeah. But isn't that great to know that you never know when stuff's going to happen in your life?
It's never over.
It's never over.
If you keep at it,
Yes.
it is never over.
I agree with you on that one.
I mean, look at Bette Midler.
Yeah, I know.
She's going to do Hello, Dolly
I want
on
to go see it.
Broadway.
So I want to go back. So I want to see it. It's already sold. I know it's sold out already for like months.
She just in one weekend she sold like
made them like 9 million or something. Yeah,
9
textly.
Like 9 million. Yes, she's in a good mood.
Yeah, she's in a happy mood right now.
She's in a good mood. She texted me and she said, Tony, people are telling me they're seeing you on TV with this video. And I said, yeah, and people are telling me you just sold $9 million worth of tickets.
Oh, that's amazing. I have things to look forward to. I'm close to 50. I have things to look forward to.
You're
I'm so
a baby.
excited. I'm a baby.
You're just a baby.
She just called me a baby. I'll take it. I'm a grandfather, so she just told me a baby, so I'll take it. Okay, so we're going to talk about, she's been around for a long time. She's done dozens of films in the 60s. And we're going to show part of the one that I actually had some fans ask me questions for you. And when I brought you up, they were bringing up this movie Pajama Party. So let's show her as a featured dancer.
Okay.
Let's show that.
Oh, I'm so glad I was in that red bikini then.
But everybody brought this up. They're like, James, you got to show Pajama Party. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to show it. Looks so much fun. I want to dance on the beach like that.
Yeah.
Is it hard dancing in the sand?
Awful.
Yep. I figured it was.
If you think that's fun, spinning in the sun, in the sand.
Look at you, because you do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because the sand, it's getting your toes at the same time as it's, yeah.
It's a great number, isn't it?
Yes, I love this
Yeah,
number.
I was the assistant choreographer on this David Winter's choreographed.
Oh, okay.
this.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I like this part. That's right.
That's Terry Garr, the
Is
movie
that really?
star, the blonde.
Oh my God! I didn't know
Yes.
that. Oh, I love Terry Garr.
Yes. Who's been my friend. I just talked to her 3
How's
days
she doing?
ago.
How's she
Great.
doing?
I mean, you know.
Yeah, she has some stuff going on, but I'm
Yeah.
good. Okay. I didn't know it was Terry Garr.
See,
It's so funny.
this group of people
Yes.
could do go-go dancing from the time period, but we were all trained jazz dancers. So we were
Oh.
able to cross over to these kind of films.
Okay.
You
Makes
see?
sense. Yeah. I
So
love this whole
this
routine.
group of dancers worked all the time.
Okay, that makes
We
sense.
cornered the market.
Yeah. So I just want to show that, you guys, because it's just a great number. And I just wondered with the sand, like the sand of the beach, walking in the sand of the beach is sometimes
I'm telling you, it was something, yeah.
Oh my God. Now but you also did. I mean, did you do an Elvis movie film too? An Elvis movie.
Well, I was the assistant choreographer with David Winters on Viva Las Vegas.
Yes, I thought.
That's right. I was the girl with the red dress on. See the girl with the red
Yes.
dress? That was me.
Another iconic film.
That was me.
How did you land these? How'd you land that? It's
You
like
know
it's.
what? I have, in retrospect, when I think about it, I was hanging on the coattails of everybody that was at the cutting edge of pop culture.
Yeah.
How extraordinary
Yeah.
that is now that I look back.
It must have been right place, right time, I guess.
Yeah, and you know what?
But hard work too. But I mean, just like it's both.
I did. I had the right talent. I had a unique talent of classically trained,
Yes.
coming from a show business family.
Yes, you did. Yes.
And loving the funk. I loved street dance. I loved social dancing. And see, all of that came together.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep saying I came really loaded.
Yeah, you did.
With all the ingredients, and I was able to deliver, and I
Yeah.
worked hard, and I went to dancing class every day, and I went to acting school,
Yeah.
and you know I studied filmmaking by osmosis with very famous filmmakers from the '60s,
Yeah.
and I made films in the '60s.
Because you did Easy Rider and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. You did some
Yes,
films. You did some films.
I mean, I hung out with Dennis Hopper. I
Yeah.
mean, there's the cutting edge of pop culture and
Him
film.
too, yeah, him too, especially. It just okay. So compare that today with all the Dancing with the Stars, and so you think you could dance. How do you feel about those kind of programs these days?
I am so
Yes.
happy dancers are working.
Okay.
I am so happy that the dancer is working and not behind the singer.
Yes.
See, those shows
That's
you're
what somebody said
mentioning-
too. He said the same thing.
Yeah, those shows that now I was a singer with dancers behind me too, but
Yes.
but the lockers weren't. We
Right.
never danced behind a singer.
No, didn't.
So I'm so glad to see that, and an audience is really, really appreciating dance.
They are, aren't they?
They really are.
They are.
And I'm excited. You know, I'm excited about it. American dance is the greatest dance in the world.
Okay.
Truly.
And why do you say that?
Well, if you just look at all the street dance competitions internationally, if you look at the dance that's on all the videos, whether it's locking, whether it's popping, whether it's b-boy,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
house,
Yes.
hip-hop, crumping, Lindy,
Voguing.
voguing.
Yes.
What is it? It's American art form.
Yeah.
It's all American
Yeah.
dance, created really in our urban communities.
You tell it, girl. That's right.
In our urban communities. So we have invented,
Mm-hmm.
you know, everything that is really now in dance. I see yes, in Paris, there's some extraordinary dancers that take hip hop and make it their own, and take house, make it
Yeah,
their
yeah,
own.
yeah.
The Asians really do locking in a different way than we
Yes,
did.
they do. Like Jabberwockies and all them. They do a lot of stuff.
Yes,
It's very
but
interesting.
still,
Yeah.
it's all American derived.
Yeah, that's true.
Really.
And it's funny you say that because you've been around the world, so you've seen all this stuff. But you're right. It comes from the urban
Community.
urban situation. The dancing is like informing what's going on in the community sometimes.
Absolutely.
Because you were there. I mean, you were there at the forefront
Yeah.
of some of the stuff in the early 70s, late early 70s. You saw it.
If you think of what Don Campbell
Yes.
did in creating the Campbell lock,
Yes.
he wasn't a footwork guy.
Okay.
Okay? So locking has so much to do with hands,
Yes.
arms, and communication. He was a showman,
He was.
the ultimate
He was.
showman.
He was.
And if you even think back a little more, only 10 years before, for 100 years before that, everybody was dancing holding on.
Oh, how funny.
Partnering.
Yes.
They let go for go-go. Go-go, they finally let go of each other.
I never thought of it before like
The
that.
frug, the funk, all of that. There was all of a sudden, you let go. You didn't do it holding on.
Oh my God. It's
So then when Don Campbell got a hold of it, and he wasn't a footwork guy, he snaps his finger, he finds pace. I don't know how he rolled up here. I don't know how he got from here to there, but he got there. And, all of a sudden, he's pointing. He's giving himself 5. He's turning his hat. It's all urban communication. And it becomes, when you bring up this level of social dance, it became the lockers.
Yeah.
And we were able to communicate with an audience without dancing behind a singer.
You guys were on everything, like from Dinosaur to just like you guys were on everything, and I thought that was such an amazing thing that nowadays you'll see a lot of dancers on just primetime television shows like you guys did.
No, we were on the second Saturday Night Live ever. We were on it twice. I was on it a third time. We opened up in the same year and toured with, but opened up for Frank Sinatra at Carnegie Hall. The same year we opened up for the Ohio Players in the Funkadelic at Radio City Music Hall. Now, I don't know an act that can open up for Sinatra
right.
and the Ohio Players.
I don't either at all.
And we opened up for acts like John Davidson at the MGM
Oh, John
Grand.
Davidson. Oh, yeah, I heard him.
You know, all those kind of acts.
Yeah.
And
You guys were very diverse. You guys toured around, and you guys were the stars. And that's when I see your stuff, and we're going to show something right now that I think is kind of fun. And look right up there again. Let's show a piece of this, and we'll talk about this too.
There is Shabadoo.
Yeah, Shabadoo. And then there you go. You see your ballet stuff there.
See? Well,
yes. That looks hard. Like, how do you do that?
it was.
I mean, hello. I mean, see, a little sass, a little fun.
And here comes the real ballerina of the group, Fluky Luke. You know, he was head cheerleader at Crenshaw High.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
baby. Oh yeah. This is so he came to the lockers with all this cheerleading stuff going on.
Which you recognize, of course, obviously.
Campbell Jr.
Yeah, Campbell Jr.
And here's a star.
Oh, Fred Berry rerun.
Fred Rerun Berry,
Yes.
who became a huge TV star.
We'll talk about that in a second, too. I want to talk about your group and how you guys were all stars. But he can move.
Look at him.
I know.
Yeah, when we first got an agent, which was right after our first job. Oh,
Yeah.
there's Don Campbell at Campbell,
There you go.
the king.
I love how you guys showcased each other.
Yes, and look at
He
at
can just
the-
drop. I mean, look at that. Who does that?
Look at him.
Commanding
He was
the stage,
the gladiator.
too. Look, I mean, those knee things. I don't know how you guys did that.
Well,
Woo!
knee pads.
Oh my
Knee
God!
pads.
There you guys all together. I love it. I mean,
The stop and go.
so I just want to show you that was something that was just completely like, you guys showcased each other.
Yeah.
You guys highlighted each other. You all had your own distinct personalities.
That was what was important because we were not unison dancers.
Yes.
We were not.
That's right.
And I know the first thing we did as a group was the Roberta Flack special.
Ah, Red Flag. Okay.
And this was for the Dick Clark Company. And I had taken a film of Don because he had a record at the time. I thought he should be like the next James Brown.
Yeah.
I took a film of him around to a lot of producers, and Dick Clark Productions, they saw it. They called me. I don't know what I really don't know what the time frame was. They said, "Remember that guy you showed me? Well, we're doing the Roberta Flack special, and we can't get the Alvin Ailey dancers. We've got a union problem.
Oh, okay.
Is that guy in the union?" I went, "No." They went, "Good, because he can do it. he can do one job not being in the union. We want more of him. I went, oh boy.
Okay.
We want girls,
Okay.
white people. Ooh, this is a challenge.
Yeah.
And because Roberta Flack, she's crossing over.
Yeah, she got to pop music too. Yeah, she was
Yeah,
the boss.
Killing Me Softly was just a huge hit on every radio station known to man.
Yeah, it was
even
huge.
even the country western one. And so I threw a group together. The white boy was Denny Terrio.
Love Denny Terrio. Okay, well, of course, Dance
Yes.
Fever later and all that kind of stuff. Yes.
And I put an ad in the Hollywood Reporter that said, because it said on the crawl of the TV show, Choreography Toni Basil, but I put an ad saying the Campbellock dancers.
Okay.
Because I thought, well, hey, Don and I had been trying to figure out how could he earn a living?
Right.
What he was doing.
Yeah.
You know, and there were others that had the right to earn a living
Yes.
as a dancer. I mean, hey, I know the Nicholas brothers. I came from a show business family. I saw
Gregory Hines and all
I
them,
saw a vision.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it was the potential of a group. And I think we did 5 shows. We were still the Campbellock dancers. Then we had a legal problem with that name.
Okay.
We changed it to the Lockers.
Yeah.
As Shabadoo says, it was the farming time. It was shuffling.
Yes.
It was like, I always knew it was what it was.
Yeah.
And I think on the 5th show, we were the Lockers, and it was the 7 of us. The agency said, where's the girl? Because I didn't do 2 shows, because I was going to choreograph David Bowie.
Oh,
And I
okay.
was just coming out of Easy Rider.
Oh, wow.
So
funny.
it's, where's the girl?
Yeah.
I said, I'm the girl. Because they thought the girl was not white girl.
Yeah, I was saying, you were light-skinned. You were very
I was a
light-skinned.
light-skinned girl.
Yes.
And, well, we want that girl back in. They're still looking at me talking as if I'm not the girl. We want the girl back in the group, and don't lose the little fat guy.
Interesting.
Don't lose the little fat guy.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Your group is very unique because
What was it? It was our group.
you're good. Well, I'm saying to you, like because you're
Yes.
part of that. It created. We'll say everybody was a star, but it created 3 superstars basically out of the group: Shabadoo, yourself, and Fred Rerun Berry.
And we had the guy who originated the dance, Don
Right,
Campbell
Lott Jr.
Campbell,
Yes,
in it.
exactly.
So, I mean, that
Yeah.
was pretty amazing, too.
Yes, and I think that to me, because my point of that is just that it's so interesting. Out of a dance group, people go, "Oh, it's just a dance group." No, obviously, you guys were bigger than that. That it created all these stars in other forms of media that are still today talked about.
Don's dance, the dance drew these very charismatic people because he gave us a way to communicate without necessarily singing. So all these great dancers that could dance their asses off, but also were charismatic, were drawn to this dance because it gave us so much communication.
Yeah.
So I think that dance attracted great dancers. I mean, the club, the Summit, there was the Citadel, and then there was the Summit. Man, you didn't walk in that Summit if you didn't have striped socks, knickers on, and a hat, and if you couldn't kick ass.
Wow.
And so it drew unbelievable dancers.
Now I have 2 questions from fans, and one was, how did you handle, especially touring, with all those boys, being the only girl? Because you must be tough. I'm meeting you. You're tough. You're a tough broad. You're tough,
Well,
right?
you know what? I don't recall. You know, Shabadoo said, "Oh, we were all so mean to you, and we were difficult." Well, there were times. The difficulty was mainly that as the group was growing, everybody was still naive. I mean, they didn't realize they really had to show up for sound check.
Oh, okay.
And for camera blocking.
Right.
I do recall one show where they were buying clothes for the show and they didn't really realize
Because you knew this stuff because you worked in film in the 60s. And you knew all,
that
you know,
they
stuff.
had to show up
Yeah.
for camera blocking. So, you know, on the show, if they missed Fluky flying off the stage into the splits and Fluky said, hey, the camera didn't follow me, it's because you weren't at camera blocking.
Right.
Oh, we learned that lesson.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they grew. I'm 7 years older than Don.
Okay.
So
okay.
I really,
Yeah.
you know, Greg said I was a missing piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
So I was able to translate, and I was always in the club with Don. I could see what maybe that week, oh, he's doing what he's doing, what he's doing. Okay, we have 8 counts of unison. Hey, we can go
Okay.
from that 8 counts of unison. And all I did was come in with staging ideas,
Yeah. Yeah.
good music. Okay, if we couldn't figure out what to do, let's all sit down on chairs and get up to do solos. So everything grew.
Okay.
Or for Sinatra, I brought in the concept of West Side Story. Doo-doom, doo-doom. All I had to say is we're a gang and hit your beats of doo-doom, 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 doo-doom. Well, I didn't have to choreograph that.
No.
They all did
Yes.
their own thing.
Right.
So, and Slim appeared as the alternate gang of one with
Okay.
his moonchucks.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I don't have to choreograph moonchucks.
No, not at all. Right.
We, of course, beat him up and killed him.
Yes.
But he rose from the dead in 2001 with the music. So, to me, everything was just simple. Casey at bat. What's that? That probably took 15 minutes to stage. Okay, Don is Casey. I'm the referee. Fred Berry's the catcher. Fluky, you've got to be second up to bat. Slim, the robot, he's going to be the pitcher. Then they say the poem. Michael Landon said the poem. We had drumming beats. Say the poem. Everybody was able to do their part.
Yeah.
Because it was cast with this idea, this concept. All I had to do was come up with concepts and cast, and everybody was brilliant.
And everybody delivered. You cast, everybody delivered.
I mean, Don as Casey was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
He just listened to the words, the story,
And performed.
and he improvised it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go. So it was really a lazy way of choreographing.
I like that though. That's kind of cool.
But it was really fun because we got to create so much stuff, and I think everybody was happy. You know, we all had a job, and we all saw the job, and we all contributed.
I like that.
We really did.
That's the best part of
We
collaboration,
really
I think.
did.
Yeah.
The growing pains were just what they were.
Yeah.
Growing pains that were not unexpected,
Yeah.
really.
So another question people want to know, of course, because one of the fans was like, she thought you were a mixed race black woman. They found out later that you weren't. Were there any kind of issues with that back in the day with other people? Not obviously the group was fine, but anybody else give you kind of shade
No.
for that? No.
Never.
Good.
Never.
Good.
I mean, look, I grew up on the side of the stage. At the Chicago Theater, my father played Judy Garland
Oh wow.
and Billy Eckstein.
Oh, fun. Okay.
You see,
Yeah.
the star of the show was any color that was the star.
Got it.
So as a child, that didn't factor into me. Even though I went to a private school, there was all white people, but I didn't think much about that because all I cared about was stage. And on the stage, it didn't matter. And then you saw the Nicholas brothers in a movie, and
Yeah.
so I didn't. You know, when somebody in 1970, Lamont Peterson, told me, "Oh, there's this guy Don Campbell, and he's got a dance, and you might be interested." I went, "Yeah," and he said, and Lamont was gay. Lamont said, "You know, he doesn't go to the same clubs as I do." Lamont was one of the original first whackers.
Oh wow.
Absolutely,
Okay.
he was very famous on Soul Train also.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And so we went looking for him. One night at Osco's, somebody blew through the door with striped socks and knickers. He said, "That's Don Campbell." And I went, "You didn't have to
Tell me.
because it was the best thing I'd seen since James Brown." He
Wow.
blew in, he did one dance with 2 other people, Don and I still can't figure out who the 2 other people were.
Okay.
And they left. They left out the side door, and then Lamont called me one day, and he said, "Hey, we're all on Soul Train. we go to the Citadel down the street on Sunset Boulevard after filming. Meet me down there. And there everybody from Soul Train.
I love it.
Oh my God!
I love it.
It was fantastic.
I'm sure.
It was fantastic. But, you know, I saw him in 1970. He was creating the dance, and it took us till 73 to get that group going.
Yeah.
So
Not bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
A lot of hard work.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I was dancing.
Yeah, you had a good time dancing.
I was dancing.
You were dancing. Now, folks, we couldn't talk about any of this. Of course, this show couldn't have Toni have her on here and not show a piece of this clip. My sisters were cheerleaders at Grounding Hills High School at the time, and they were so excited by this video.
There it is, that Las Vegas High.
Yep.
That's the Carson High cheerleaders.
Yeah, that's right.
They were real cheerleaders, not jazz.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can tell by their bodies. You look at them; they're not like, you know.
And the girls chanting the chant were Dorsey High cheerleaders.
Oh, from Dorsey. I didn't know. I knew the Carson. I knew about Dorsey. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So you look at this right now. I mean, what do you think when you look at this right now?
That it was a good idea. That's what I mean. It was a good idea. But you know, I shot another video
Yes, you did.
and another half a video on that day.
I know you have another video for Mickey too, don't you?
Oh, that was in my BBC special with Shabadoo and
Yes.
Spaz Attack.
I almost showed that one too. I saw that
Okay.
one. Yeah, saw that one. But I just want to show you folks, you guys, the song still holds up. It's been remade by tons of people and all kind of stuff, but that is the original. And I mean, that gave you worldwide success.
Yeah, everything, you know, everything was a surprise. it really, you know, because the work is so humongous.
Yes.
Because I directed, I concepted.
They say it's the first choreographed dance video of all time, I think
Yeah,
they say
probably.
it is.
It
Yeah.
was before Michael.
Yeah, before Michael.
Yeah.
And you did a video album too. There were no video albums out back
Well,
then.
I did
For word of mouth.
I did an album, and we did videos
Yes.
to go with all the songs.
I know. They do it now. Beyonce does that now. Back in the day, not everybody did videos for every song, and your video album was up for a Grammy and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But sorry, go ahead.
So I don't know what was.
I was saying it's just that it was a big surprise to you that
Yes,
Neil was saying everything. Yes.
Because shooting, you know, shooting and recording
Choreographing,
and
everything.
choreographing everything. You're flying by the seat of your pants, as in the lockers, as in.
Yeah.
Easy Rider. Oh my
Yeah.
God, we were filming down in New Orleans. Who knows if Dennis even got any release from the police that we
Right.
could be in those streets?
Yes.
Was always, you know, flying by the seat of your pants, but with such lust for the art,
Yeah.
because nobody was messing around with you. Because when you're doing it underground, you can do whatever you want. Just what I said Tim Burton said when he was doing Edward Scissorhand.
Yeah,
He was
they
doing.
left him alone.
Nobody was messing around with him.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't until after each thing was success that you start getting people upstairs meddling.
Yeah. They do, don't they?
They do. They do.
Yeah.
They do.
And it looked like you had a good time. And I just think that it was just very innovative because that video with the white background, cheerleader, I mean, you were so smart in choosing all those pieces where today it still stands out. There's been parodies, there's been all it stands out.
Well, you know, I knew that if we were on a white cyc, it was going to be easy to light. And because I come from film,
Yes.
and, you know, I worked in all those beach films,
Yes.
when you have the sun,
Yes.
nobody really relights a lot. I knew that indoor and relighting takes forever. And we used to get so aggravated that they would take an hour, 2 hours to relight, and then give the dancers 1 or 2 times through.
Oh my God.
So we had less time to perform than they had to light. And I didn't want that. I wanted the luxury of the dance. So hence the white void.
Yeah.
And it you know, we didn't relight for close-ups, for anything.
Oh wow, that's good. I didn't know that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a little technical stuff. But either way, all those choices made for an iconic video that just you made the right choice. You made the right choices. Again, you were surprised. You made the right choices.
Yeah, and yeah.
And it stands out today. I mean, it's a great video. I asked my guests the same 2 questions.
Oh, you do?
I do, and I don't prepare them.
No.
So I don't. I asked them questions. So the first one is, what word do you think we should take out of our vocabularies? We should not say anymore.
Age appropriate.
Well, I like that. That's a great answer. I like that.
Because it keeps coming up with this viral video.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't mind appropriate.
Okay.
But age appropriate, let's take age out of that, because you can be dressed or act inappropriate at any age.
That's true.
You can dress inappropriate at any age.
Yes.
But to say age appropriate, that is not applicable.
Great word. Okay, and then now what word do you think we should say more of?
Unity.
Ooh, that's a good one too. We need it today. Oh, we need it today very much.
Because I have so many international friends because of the international street dance community, and so many in France, and the bombings and everything that has happened.
Yes. Oh, my God.
I'm looking at it on CNN or French TV or BBC because I'm a news junkie. And I'm texting and talking to people in Paris simultaneously.
Yeah.
So, when we do these international street dance battles, it's the Chinese against the Japanese, the Koreans against the Russians. We all love each other.
Yeah.
And if you look at it politically,
Yes.
no one gets along.
No, right, exactly.
No one gets along.
Yeah.
But we do.
Yeah.
We do. I mean, the guys battle, but man, we're all so happy to be out there dancing and battling, So we have unity. Yeah. We really do.
Watching people dance, I think it's one of the few things I think universally makes everyone happy.
Yeah.
Because you can see that the dancers are really enjoying themselves.
Well, it raises your serotonin level for a start. It really does something. I mean, I've always said it's my drug of choice because it makes me high. And if I go to a dance class, if Babson's class would have been canceled that day, because I was geared up to dance, I would have started to go, where can I go dance? Where can I go dance? So it is a little bit of a junkie high,
I like
and
that.
we are high from it, and it's really an extraordinary feeling.
Yeah.
And I am really grateful for it. It's a great doctor to have.
Yes.
It's a great psychiatrist to have.
I like that. Well, I'm grateful for it too that you've done it.
And you can dance. Everybody can dance. There is no age. I think the key to it, anybody out there that wants to dance, okay, what music do you like the best? Oh, I don't like hip hop. Well, do you like salsa? Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so
dance salsa.
Go take some salsa lessons. Oh, I don't want to. No, there's beginning salsa classes.
Yes, there are.
And everyone in the class is a beginner, and they all feel like you. And then all of a sudden, you start to dance, and it starts to empower you. You like swing music? Go take a Lindy class. You like the waltz? Go take a ballroom class.
Cha-cha-cha, all any of those, yes.
Go dance to the kind of music you love to dance, you love to hear. Tango. That sultry tango. Take those tango classes.
Yeah.
So there's really no age limit because there are beginner classes. Everybody's afraid to be a beginner. Why?
Yeah, I love to dance. I've been dancing since I was a kid, so I love dancing. I was dancing disco, and Shabadoo makes fun of me because I was like, I was doing the cowboy and the freak and all that back then. He laughs at me all the time. I like my disco. I love my disco dancing.
Yeah.
I did the hustle. I don't do the hustle.
I didn't get to do the hustle so much because it was so New York.
Yeah, that's right, New York.
It's New York driven, and that was a great dance in the disco era. One of the like a partner dance that happened in the middle of when we all had already let go.
True.
Love
it. So what are you working on? What's coming up for you? Let's get that out there right now before we end.
Okay.
Tell us what's going on, girl.
Okay, so I just did a TV show, talk show for TD Jakes.
That's right. You know who he is, folks. You know who he is on OWN. You know what's
And
going on.
OWN. So I think that should be airing. I don't know, in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, we'll look out for that.
Yeah. Well, I'll post it on.
Okay.
I love me on my social media, which I have no idea, none. I call up Shabadoo.
He's good at it. He's
oh
good.
My God.
He's better than I am. He's good at it.
He's a terror. I call him up for help. Shabadoo, how do you do this? How do you do that?
Yes, he works it out.
Oh yeah,
he does. Yes.
So there's that. Then I just came back from New York. My friend Bruce Conner, who was an extraordinary artist in the 60s, who's now passed away, just had a huge retrospective at the Museum of Modern Art
Oh wow. Okay.
in New York.
Oh yeah. Okay.
10 rooms. He was also a
Wow.
filmmaker.
Wow. Okay.
And he did a film of me called Breakaway,
Okay.
which he shot in 1967. It was the first song I ever recorded, so it's in a way considered the first music video.
Oh, okay. I love
So I was flown in there to be at his opening. Now that he is opening, the show is opening up in San Francisco at
good.
the end of October.
Okay.
So I'm going in for that opening.
Very good.
On the 27th of October, I will be hosting my film at the museum.
Okay.
Breakaway, and a film that was made of us when we were making the film, and also my films. By the way, Dennis Hopper was our gaffer.
Oh, funny.
The acid scene in Easy Rider
Yeah.
was, the style of editing was taken and inspired from Bruce Conner's filmmaking.
Got it,
Dennis was
okay.
a huge fan
Okay.
and a very close friend of Bruce's.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so
Makes
this
sense.
was an all interconnected
yeah.
community.
Yeah.
And then on the, let's see, that's a Thursday, which is the 27th, the 28th, the 29th. On a Saturday, I'm doing a street dance workshop.
Oh, good. Okay.
Where I'm showing films
Okay.
at City Dance, which is 10 Chase Court.
Okay.
And we're doing, I think it starts, yes, the film and the lecture starts at 4:45, and
Okay.
I teach a dance locking workshop
Wow. Okay.
at 5:45.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
And you
Okay.
can come and watch, but you have to pay a little bit of money
Okay.
to watch.
It's all worth it.
It's all worth it.
Yeah.
But I'm also showing the films at the museum
Okay.
on that Thursday, and you can come to that also. That's a different set of films.
Yeah. Okay.
So I get to, the last week of October, do 2 slices of my
Yeah.
life. The
Early
60s
life.
and then the locking,
Yeah.
which is the 70s.
That's very cool. That's very
yeah,
cool.
it's fun.
Yeah,
So
God,
I think my future is in my past.
That's a great saying. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Toni, you're the best.
Well,
Thank you so much.
I had a great time. I love talking,
Yes.
and I love talking to you because I know you do your homework. I've watched
Thank
your
you.
shows.
Thank you.
So I knew I was going to have a good
thank
time.
you.
I did.
Thank you.
And I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate this interview.
Thank you very much.
I had a great time.
My honor. You guys, you can follow us on the Breaking Into page on Facebook. You can follow me at James Lott Jr. and use the hashtag Breaking Into. You want any more questions for her, I can pass on to her.
Yes.
Or more information for her, I can send you to her also for more information and stuff. Right, Miss Toni?
ToniBasil.net.
You got it.
My YouTube channel is Toni
Basil's
Basil's
House.
House.
That's right.
And you can
House.
see, Facebook. We have the Lockless
Yeah.
Facebook. You
Yeah.
can keep up with us.
Yes, all the time. And I'll have to get back on one day. Maybe with Shabby. Maybe come on together.
Oh, you have
And maybe
to.
Dawn too. Let's
let's do that.
Work on that.
Let's do that.
Okay, you see, got it on camera.
Okay.
We're gonna do that. And you guys, love you guys, and thank you for joining my 50th episode. I will see you guys next time.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.